This is Valley News Live at noon.
I'm sorry for my actions. I made a bad decision that day, and nobody's perfect on earth, but I just want to say I'm sorry.
We begin with breaking news. SALAMAH Pendleton was sentenced this morning in Grand Forks. After several people read emotional impact statements, the judge issued his sentencing, describing Pendleton's actions as having caused devastating harm and agony. For count 1 in the murder of Officer Cody Holte, Pendleton received life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge also ordered 6 years and 39 months of possession of marijuana. He received concurrent sentences for the death of his mother, Lola Moore, the attempted murders of Sergeant Kelly McLean and Corporal Ron Nord for terrorizing and reckless endangerment.
Cody chose a life of public service to help all others in all types of situations. On that awful day, the defendant made the choice to strip Cody of his right to live on this earth in a senseless act.
In July, a grand Forks jury found SALAMAH Pendleton guilty on 7 out of 9 charges for the May 27th shootout. The shooting started after 2 Grand Forks County deputies tried to enforce an eviction on Pendleton and his mother for not paying rent. Well, rain and thunderstorms have already begun for many. It is a first alert weather day. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green to see what we can expect. Lisa?
Well, good afternoon. We're looking at changes continuing to happen here as we go about our day and into the weekend. It gets even more on the wild side as far as weather is concerned. So we have a first alert weather day for today and for Saturday because of that threat for severe weather both days. And we've already had those storms going up in the northern valley. A couple of places where we're seeing some showers to the east. Those have been moving on. There's a wide area here on our visible satellite map. A gray showing that we've got some clear skies and sunshine there. But up north, this has been ongoing since this morning. This line of thunder showers and heavier rain stretching basically from around Devil's Lake back up through the Edmore area and over toward Cavalier. A lot of light. And this is riding right along the front that is separating the warmer air from the cooler air with this system. And on the other side of it, we have some visibility that's down. In addition to rain causing it, there's a little bit of fog being reported, but also just to the west, reports of some bad air quality. So some wildfire smoke may be moving into places like Devil's Lake and Langdon. And you can see it's looking kind of smoky and hazy in Devil's Lake right now. So a lot of hazards here to be talking about just today, just this afternoon. So here's a look at our temperatures. Fargo with some sunshine, we're at 71. It's 70 in Grand Forks. Langdon much cooler on the other side of that boundary at 59. And we're looking at a range of conditions as well with Fergus Falls having some sunshine, but Bemidji more cloud cover over there to start off your afternoon. So conditions are wildly variable, and we'll keep that going into tonight. Here's a look at Grand Forks planner. Expect temperatures to be into the 70s initially today, but we'll get some thunderstorms rolling through in the northern valley as that front starts to get on the move. And then those in the southern valley may also see what we're looking at here into this evening, that chance for an isolated to scattered thunderstorm as we head into tonight. So that's what we're watching for the potential for severe weather later today. Big range in temperatures coming up, and tomorrow even more active weather with a chance for some heavy rain. So a lot to get into, and we'll be talking about that coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Sounds good. We'll stay tuned. Thank you, Lisa. Well, police were called to Dilworth this morning for a reported burglary at a bar. Multiple police cruisers were located around the Silver Spike Bar and Grill in Dilworth around 7 this morning. It's located in the 300 block of 15th Street South Northeast of Highway 10. A tipster tells Valley News Live that police were called there for a reported burglary. Stick with Valley News Live as we follow this story. A Fargo man's behind bars and facing DUI charges after a high-speed chase on I-29 this morning. It happened just after 1:30 near the 32nd Avenue interchange. A Highway Patrol trooper tried to pull over the speeding driver, but he took off. The chase had reached speeds of around 125 miles per hour when the driver tried to take the 12th Avenue North exit. He lost control and ran over multiple road signs before getting out of his car and taking off on foot. Police arrested 31-year-old Grant Goodsell of Hallstatt and booked him into the Cass County Jail on charges of DUI and fleeing police, among others. We are now learning that the North Dakota Attorney General's office plans to launch an investigation into Glasser Images on allegations of defrauding consumers. They announced yesterday that they were closing its doors because of the pandemic. The decision left customers out of thousands of dollars and workers without jobs. According to the North Dakota BBB, Glasser Images has 0 negative reviews or complaints against them over the past 3 years. Renegade Photography offered to help those affected by the closure. In our scheme and ripoffs this afternoon, a major internet provider in Minnesota Lakes Country is warning people about a scam going around. Arvig says some of its customers are getting emails saying they're past due on a bill and need to click on a link to make sure services are shut off. Arvig says the email is a scam and you should not click on any of the links. If you think something is suspicious with any internet provider, call them directly. President Biden is pushing for all Americans to be vaccinated against COVID. He and other vaccine advocates face a lot of opposition, in many parts of the country, and political tensions are spilling over into healthcare. There are cases of hospital workers coming under attack. Now more than 18 months into a pandemic that once celebrated these workers as heroes, one doctor said she thinks twice about wearing her scrubs in public.
Is it because I feel unsafe? I don't necessarily think so, but I'm certainly not going to put myself out there. I'm not going to, put up the sign that I'm a healthcare worker.
One RN left in ICU in Idaho because she says the long hours and the frustration simply became too much. Well, coming up at noon, a new cruise line has set sail. We'll take a look at some of the cool amenities it has to offer. But next, today is a First Alert weather day. Lisa Green lets us know when the severe weather is expected to hit the area.